There are many comedy films that happen to have their moments of improvisational hilarity, but did you know that there are also many films that were never intentionally funny, or at least not in some of the ways they ended up being? It's no shock to anyone that many films have bloopers on set, but they're usually only shown as a special feature blooper reel in a DVD extra. Here are 8 movie scenes you didn't know were actually bloopers. Don't forget to like and comment, and also make sure to press the subscribe button for more awesome videos. Droid Smack. In the latest Star Wars film, Rogue One, there's a reprogrammed droid named K2CO, played by Alan Tudyk. Though you obviously never see Tudyk on screen, the motion capture and the voice recording for the droid was all done by him, and hilariously. As most motion capture scenes are shot, the mocap actor will still shoot the scenes with the other actors on set before being removed to make way for the digital pass. The take that you get in Rogue One is actually one of the takes in which Tudyk was still directly working with the actors. The massive droid slap was not scripted at all. Wait, Gandalf. You may remember a hilarious moment in the Fellowship of the Ring, where Gandalf tries to carefully navigate the Hobbit hole. The setup looks so incredibly perfect that it's hard to believe none of this was planned. The setup was designed to look very small in comparison to Ian McKellen for the illusion of size difference between man and Hobbit. Well, it really worked well. Once Sir Ian clears the chandelier and steadies it, he seems to forget where he is and turns headlong into a support beam. That booming O that comes from his mouth is in no way an act. That's truly Sir Ian crashing his head against the set. But come on, it works so perfectly for the film that Peter Jackson just had to have it for the final cut, and it's one of the funniest parts of the film still. DiCaprio's Freudian slip. Back when Leonardo DiCaprio was a child and was just being made star due to his role in Titanic, he apparently really had a thing for Kate Winslet. How do we know this? Well, in the famous sketching scene where Rose asks Jack to draw her wearing only her jewelry necklace, Leo has a bit of a stumble. A little Freudian slip as it happens. While his character was meant to be taken by Rose's beauty, his line was to be over on the couch, but being in the presence of a naked Kate Winslet in her prime, Leo slipped up and said bed, before correcting himself to say couch. This plays perfectly for the awkwardness of the character and the intense feelings he has. Watch your head. If you've never noticed this little gem in Star Wars, then allow me to gift you with one of the most hilarious made it to film bloopers. You'll notice that as the stormtrooper on the right makes the walk to the doorway, he hits his head on the door itself, being just that much taller than the other troopers in the scene. Now to be fair here, it's like that this is a blooper that was caught before the film went to theaters. It was noticed afterward, but George Lucas still made the most of a silly situation and added sound effects to the now iconic head hit. So if you watch the original version, you'll not get any effects from it, but if you watch any of the remastered versions, there is a clank to make up for the pretty hilarious error that no one caught. Star-Lord drops the ball. Surely most of you have seen Chris Pratt as Star-Lord in the blockbuster Guardians of the Galaxy. If not, then I'm very surprised. Either way, there is a point in the film where Star-Lord is asked to hand over an orb. This orb contains the powerful Infinity Stone, an item which would aid Thanos in ruling the universe. I have to be honest, this blooper does absolutely look planned on Pratt's part, but he swears that's not the case. He pulls the orb out, and as he goes to hand it off, it slips from his hand. But adding to the already ridiculous comedy quality of the film, Pratt ducks out of frame, grabs the orb, and presents it again, keeping exactly in line with the fun-poking edge of the film was well known for. Boom Boom Nurse. Many of you must remember seeing Heath Ledger as the Joker, in a nurse's outfit. He essentially makes Two-Face here, and then he blows up the hospital where Dan had been recovering. That final blasting of the emergency wing of the hospital seems to take a bit longer, and it seems to be the fault of Joker's wiring. But that's not the case. It was the fault of the effects department on The Dark Knight. Ledger just happened to play along with the whole thing, and make the whole thing out to be a faulty detonator, catching on and blowing up the pyro. Though a little late, the effects department is saved by the hilarious reaction of Heath Ledger. Just the usual suspects. As you can see, the men are at a police lineup. This was meant to be a serious scene, or at least everyone was meant to keep a straight face while Baldwin did his bit, but take after take, every single one of the actors would crack up, including Kevin Spacey, who was really the straight guy of the group. After certainly at least a dozen takes, the director Bryan Singer just decided to use the footage he had since not one single take was taken seriously. So when you watch this scene, you're seeing actors cracking up and not characters, but it works so well for characters that it really does fit the film. Serious injury. So in Back to the Future Part 2, there's a ridiculous scene where Marty McFly is chased on hoverboard by a gang of thugs. Their leader swings a mighty big baseball bat at our hero, but misses. This sends the leader crashing through the doors of the town hall, while his trio of henchmen fly up and through the windows above. Now, if the safety coordinator were actually watching the whole stunt, he'd have noticed that the rockets they attached to the boards for dramatic effect caused the trajectory of the stunt performers to shift on the wires. This resulted in one of the stunt women to hit the pillar outside and then miss her mat inside, when she and her co-workers were dropped from 30 feet. The other two landed on their mats, but she plummeted straight onto concrete. She tried to stand up for herself earlier, but the coordinator swore he knew what he was doing. The stunt performer thankfully didn't die that day, but she was badly injured.
Pluripotent cells inside a xylem, pluripotent cells into a xylon polysaccharide nanophyte.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, press subscribe button for more awesome videos. And for more information, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.